Alright, what's going on, Split Bob?
I just did a video to Renetto about this whole, Barack Obama sells his soul to the devil crap. I want to take a look at that one too. But this is a response more to yours. This is as you've seen in my couple other videos I have on where my politics lie. I don't identify myself to either demographic or party as it would be. Now, here's my problem. Some of the things you state about the Republicans are mostly true. Some of the things that are not mentioned, however, 40-year track record of both parties. As I've stated in a couple of my other videos, Carter was in charge. What did we have? Double-digit unemployment, double-digit inflation, gas shortages. Take your pick. We had them. 1980s, deficits. Spending, bigger government, Iran-Contra. Take your pick. 90s, same deal. 94, Republicans take over. That's what, because remember, 70s to 90s was the Democrats. 94, Republicans take over with promises of getting rid of the Department of Education, smaller government, no big brother. Funny how it turns out when their ass gets booted in 06, we have the biggest government, biggest deficit, and tax cuts. While I agree with the principle, that's based off fuzzy math from 2000 based to 2010 on continuing surplus as opposed to taking from a year-to-year basis as most people would project it to do. 06, Democrats go back into power. Yeah. Promise, balanced budget, less government. Universal health care. Take your pick. We promised the moon. End of the war in Iraq. 2009 almost, right now, we're still in Iraq. Nothing got fixed. Still broke. Haven't balanced crap. They can't make up their minds. It's politics as friggin' usual. And quite frankly, as a voter, I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of politicians doing absolutely nothing to run our country the way it needs to be. Now, I've stated this in previous videos, and I'll state this again, that part of the problem in this country is not just the politicians, it's the people voting for the politicians. It's the people voting to elect the same morons, regardless of party, year in, year out, every time we vote. I don't stick to a Democrat ideal, I don't stick to a Republican ideal. I am, like most voters, I identify myself as an independent. I refuse, for the most part, to generally vote for a Democrat or a Republican based off a DNR. Because quite frankly, at one point, a DNR might have helped differentiate between what the two represent. That principle or that thought process has completely gone by the wayside now. Only through real research and knowledge are we going to learn what the politicians really represent. And that's the problem. Our voting bloc refuses to do that kind of thing. We take what we hear in school from professors or teachers. We take what we hear from union leaders. We go by commercials based off TV, or what we hear on the radio, or all these other hype machines and avenues of advertising we get sucked into and going with that thought process. That just goes to show where the lack of direction and focus and knowledge seeking goes now in the United States. It's sad and pathetic when all someone has to do is throw an ad up on TV And odds are you just convinced someone to vote for you. That's friggin' pathetic. You know, people don't want to actively engage in knowledge. They want it spoon-fed to them because that's how we're used to it now. So, here's my call. I'd like to see the population actually remember. It's not the people at 1600 Pennsylvania Ave. It's not the people in D.C. It's every single one of the 50 states that D.C. is supposed to represent, and the people in each one of those states that truly, truly hold the power in this country. And the voting bloc, anyone that can vote needs to remember that. We are the authority in our country, not Washington. Regardless of the thought process. Because, as you can tell, just by representing the last 40 years of very generalized politics, it's not going to change unless we change our thought process. And that requires work. That's my thoughts. Let's hear yours, dude.